Welcome back to slot car racing. In this video we're going racing in the Netherlands. SRC Eindhoven and Best near Eindhoven have been running the Suzuka Double Digital event for a number of years now, comprising of Disco Gt3, 2 races on the Saturday and a Disco 6 hours WEC on the Sunday. My Nissan GT Academy gear this weekend because I've been invited to take part with Maurizio Ferrari from Slot.it and Dave Maddock from formerly the North Staffs club in the UK, now races at Denbigh in Wales. And we're running the brand new Slot.it Nissan GTR, so I thought I would dress appropriately. I have of course worn this gear before on 2 occasions, first with the Nissan GTR by the Area 71 that I've run in Disco Gt3 spec, and someone's missing their flight. Secondly was the Oreca 05 by the Oreca 03, sorry, by Oliver SV Works that we ran at Eindhoven in 2019, and that was in the GT Academy livery too. So this merchandise is going a long way. My first job on arrival was to prepare the WEC spec car for the Sunday running, except I'd been doing that in a workshop that wasn't my own, and let's just say wasn't in the condition that I keep my own workbench. Nevertheless, the car had to be built, so I got on with it. Car built, lights working, and now it's time to test it on the bench. This little test bench is a clever piece of kit designed by Henry Ravenstein and Bart van Vies. And after a tough day of car building, what better than to immerse myself in the Suzuka theme by eating at a Japanese restaurant. By Friday afternoon, it was time to head for the club and begin open practice. This 6-lane analog Carrera track is roughly 54 metres long, but it would be the 45-metre Suzuka replica that would be racing on this weekend, built of course in Ninko and utilising the Oxygen digital system. By Friday evening, plenty of teams had arrived and settled into their pit spaces. This has to be, without doubt, the world's greatest slot box. Here's the Dutch driver Kevin Fonk pairing his car to his hand controller. Kevin's a great driver and has won the Disco Le Mans 24 hours on multiple occasions. It'll be tough competition this weekend. By Saturday morning, most of the drivers had completed their test laps, and it was over breakfast served at the club that drivers would be discussing their final preparations before the true business of the day began. It wouldn't be too long before we were on the track, however. Here you see John Underwood from the Exiles team practicing alongside Rob van Altena from the Slipstream Club near Amsterdam. Saturday morning practice would double up as qualifying for the GT3 cars, so it was essential that everybody got their best lap time in during this session. Some of them would push a little too hard. I managed to qualify our GT Academy Nissan in third place with a lap time of 12.48 seconds. Just the 2 races now to go. The 12 drivers in the race were psyching themselves up to begin, but first, let me take a selfie. As the quickest driver in our team, I was chosen to take the start of the race on both occasions. The Slot.it Nissan we had, built by Dave, was a great car, very stable. Not the absolute fastest on the track, but very easy to stay in the slot, which is what you need for digital racing when you have to navigate traffic and other people's accidents. Most people settled into a groove quickly, and it was clear everybody present was enjoying themselves. Let's hear what company President Maurizio Ferrari has to say about his first Suzuka experience.
Gt3 Race is underway, and yours truly, together with Gary Skip and Dave Maddock, is racing with a Nissan GT3. It is an oxygen race. As you can see, the circuit here is a faithful reproduction with very nice flowing turns of the Suzuka circuit, and the race is underway. The sun is shining, and it's a beautiful day in Holland. The race is well underway. The Slot.it Nissan is still leading.
In both GT3 races, I had excellent opening stints and was able to return to the pits for the driver change, leading the race. It would then be down to Dave and to Maurizio to see if they could hang on to the lead, or at least retain a top 3 position, which would be exactly what we did, with 2 third places at the end of the day. Time to go back to the hotel and get a good night's rest. Sunday morning began with a qualifying session for the 6-hour WEC race. This time we're using the car that I built. Still a Slot.it Nissan, but different specification, this time running a Sidewinder motor with the Slot.it MX-16 motor. qualifying battle was intense, with the GT category being fought out between John Underwood driving for Exiles, Sebastian Van Altena driving for Slipstream, and myself for GT Academy. I couldn't live with Seb, but I was able to just edge out Mr. Underwood and get us a 4th place overall and a 2nd in GT. Concours d'Elegance is a regular feature of DISCA meetings and places importance on the appearance of the model cars we're building. Team captains each get to vote for their favourite looking car.
6 hours of Suzuka about to start.
You are ready. The first one will lead you away for the formation lap. Drivers ready. Cameraman ready.
With voting complete, it was time to start the race. The field will perform 2 rolling laps behind a pace car before taking the green flag to start 6 hours of racing. The race start went smoothly, but I got the team boss on the radio.
The Suzuka Motorsport circuit near Eindhoven, in West Eindhoven. 6 hours LMP NGT race is underway.
Once again I was the starting driver, and it was up to me to keep things under control and avoid the usual mayhem at the start of the race. It was easy to do though, the car was driving well, and I found myself in a comfortable rhythm easily enough. Driving on lane 5, I could stick with even the fastest LMP cars in all sections of the circuit, except the double S's at the start of the lap. There, the downforce of the LMP1 cars was just too much to contend with for our Nissan with the MX-16.
We have a rostrum of 12 drivers today, 6 LMP cars and 6 GT3s. Like yesterday, I'm racing with Dave Maddock and Gary Skip on a Nissan GT-R by Slot.it, the red Nismo car. And the car is quite competitive. Gary is doing a good thing. And here we are again for another great day of racing.
Pretty close behind that straight to the same lap. The SCA is about...
The Suzuka 6 hours races into the sunset, so it wouldn't be long before the lights went out and things went dark. Unfortunately for the GT Academy team, our car would develop an unresolvable issue. We were forced to retire. I drowned my sorrows in this Irish coffee before heading in for the night and a Monday of reflections. The weather was pleasant in Gouda, where I was staying. A little breezy, perhaps, but perfect for a Monday morning stroll. I even made a new friend with this sweet Dutch cat. She's just the right colour to be our team mascot. Time to explore and gather my thoughts on what has been a very enjoyable weekend of racing. In the afternoon, it was time for a tour of the Netherlands' best slot shops. First up was Slotshop.nl, who have a sizable warehouse of everything you could ever want. Spare parts, cars, track, they've got it all. In the afternoon, we would visit Slot Racing to Go in the northern region of Friesland. We didn't have too much time to spend at this lovely little store, but we did get to check out the world's first permanent polycar club track, and of course, I had some laps. I'm very grateful for the shop owner Guus for letting me drive his personal NSR McLaren 720S. That's all for this video. I hope you've enjoyed watching my slot racing adventures in the Netherlands. Feel free to drop a like on this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel for more slot car racing content. I'll finish this video up with some stills taken from over the weekend. Have you been outside of your own country to race slot cars before? Or perhaps outside of your own state? Let me know and tell me how you got on. We did well, 2 third places and a very competitive WEC car. Things don't always go your way, but hey, that's racing on any scale. See you next time.